G'day. Today we're doing a transmission service on a 5-speed Nissan Navaraa D40 2011 I think it is, and it's got the 2.5 litre turbo diesel, and it's got the RE5R05A transmission in it. It's 5-speed. These don't have a filler tube. You've got to drain it out here, and there's a little tube in here that measures the fluid level. It's got to be set at a specific temperature and just overflowing or coming out of that little tube there. But while we've got it up, good idea to just check underneath. Nothing's gone amiss. Up on the shockers, on the diff, no oil leaks or anything like that. Good idea to add neodymium magnets to the drain plugs. I don't know what that earth strap's on the exhaust for. Must be an electric exhaust. I think that's meant to go over on the transfer case, because we've got electrics on there. Give the pan a nice scrub before you take it off. $19mm drain plug. Now you can see the muck on the magnet there. That's a factory magnet. And what happens if you don't periodically clean those magnets, all that muck ends up on your solenoids and your sensors. So it's important to remove the pan, clean those magnets, not just do an oil change like on an engine in a transmission. It'll last a lot longer. The cleaner you keep it, the cooler you keep it, the longer it'll last. Now, quite often you can just flush these filters out, but when they've got fine metal sort of embedded in the corners there on the inside, it's probably a better idea to just replace it. They do come in the kit anyway. And another thing that happens on these mesh filters is the sucking action of the pump will move that mesh up and down, and sometimes you'll get a tear in it, just in the spot where it's sucking the most, because it's actually flexing up and down. So it's important to remove the filter and just confirm that everything's okay. Make sure you do a comparison of the filter before you open it up, or you won't be able to return it. And we're going to add a neodymium magnet to the pan. Now just make sure before you put it in that it's not going to be hitting anything that's moving or too close to the solenoids as well. Neodymium magnet. And we're putting one of these neoprene gaskets on there. You can get the cork rubber ones, the neoprene. I'm not sure if you can get the Far-Pack type gasket. And just for good measure, we're going to put a bottle of Lube Guard Platinum in there. You can Google their information on their website. Now when you're putting the filter back up, you'll find that when you're putting it up, you'll be pushing these bolts up. So what you do is you align it and then just cock the filter to the side, and that'll stop those bolts from sliding up until you get the nut on there. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So you just flex it, and then it just holds it on the thread there just until you can get the nuts on. Now sometimes these end plugs here, you can get a kit that'll improve the pressure in the valve body if those end plugs are a little bit worn. And I'm on the Sonax website. Fantastic information on this site. I'd recommend just having a squeezy at it. But you can see they have like improvement kits for various issues that you might have. If you, what have we got? Trouble codes. If you've got issues there, tells you what may be the problem as well with various fault codes. But any transmission that you may have, it's definitely worth checking out the Sonax website or the Transgo website. And there's the little fluid level tube there that I was talking about. The oil will just, at a specific temperature, you get it to within a range, and then it'll be overflowing over that tube, and that's how you measure the height of the fluid level. Now, using a suitable compatible fluid, we're going to fill it through this little, through that little tube there. So we overfill it, and then we've got to get it to a certain temperature, and it's going to be overflowing down that tube, and that's how you measure the oil level. So we've just pumped 5 litres in, and these transmissions, they have 2 sensors on the valve body. So you want to get a mid-range. You can see we're on 29 degrees already. We haven't even started it yet. You can start it now. Foot hard on the brake, just select through the gears. Just go right through the ranges a couple of times. And we've still got nothing there, that's with 5 litres in. We'll put another litre in. That's 6 litres. And now we've got to get it to temperature. And we're on 38 degrees. We've got to get it between 30 and 50 degrees. We like to get the mid-range 40 degrees, and we've got to take, when it gets to 39, I'm going to just drain that out till it's just trickling out. Probably got a little bit too much in there. And there we go, we're at 40 degrees, and it's just trickling out there now, just overflowing over that tube. Get the plug back in. And we're right on 40 degrees. We'll turn it off. Now, if you're doing a lot of towing, the oil expands with heat. To measure it at 50, overflowing, and if normal driving, 30 to 40 degrees, if that makes sense. Because what happens, you don't want to get the oil hitting the spinning parts in the transmission. So by adjusting it at the hotter level mark, at 50 degrees if you're towing, the oil level will be slightly lower as it's expanded, if that makes sense. Make sure you tighten all the plugs up and any covers that you've taken off. Anyway, I hope that helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Any comments or suggestions in the section below, and throw us a beer if any of this information helps. Much appreciated, and it keeps us motivated to make more videos. Thank you for watching.